Mark, I wanted to get your thoughts on the proposed hybrid working model before we roll it out company-wide next month.
Honestly, Sarah, I have some reservations. While I appreciate the flexibility it offers, I'm concerned about the potential drop in spontaneous collaboration. A lot of our best ideas come from informal chats by the coffee machine, which you just can't replicate on Zoom.
That's a valid concern, and it's one we've anticipated. However, our recent employee survey indicated that morale has been quite low due to burnout. The data shows that when staff have control over their environment, their overall productivity actually increases.
I see your point. Perhaps we could find a middle ground. What if we mandate 2 core days in the office for team meetings and brainstorming and leave the other 3 days flexible?
That's a brilliant compromise. It ensures we maintain our team cohesion while still offering the work-life balance everyone is craving. I'll draft the policy with that specific structure and run it by you before the final announcement.
Julia, your new book on minimalism has been a bestseller. Many people assume minimalism is just about throwing away your possessions and living in an empty white room. Is that accurate?
Not at all. That's a very superficial interpretation. True minimalism isn't about deprivation. It's about intentionality. It's the conscious decision to keep only the things that add genuine value to your life and quietly letting go of the rest. It's a mindset shift, not just a cleaning spree.
Why do you think people find this shift so difficult to make?
We live in a culture that equates acquiring things with success. We're constantly bombarded with targeted advertising telling us we're incomplete without the latest gadget. Breaking that psychological cycle requires a lot of self-reflection.
Does that mean we should abandon technology altogether?
Absolutely not. I use a smartphone and a laptop daily. The key is to curate your digital environment just as you would your physical one. Unsubscribe from promotional emails, turn off non-essential notifications, and use technology as a tool, not as a master.
I'd like to share a travel experience that completely changed my perspective. A few years ago, I was backpacking through Japan with a meticulously planned itinerary. I was supposed to catch a bullet train to Tokyo, but I misread the schedule and ended up on a slow, local train heading in the opposite direction to a rural coastal village I'd never heard of. Initially, I was frustrated. My carefully researched plans were ruined. However, as I wandered through the quiet, narrow streets, an elderly local couple noticed my confusion. Despite the language barrier, they warmly invited me into their home for tea. Over the next 2 days, they showed me how to prepare traditional sushi and taught me a few phrases in their local dialect. I was completely immersed in a way I never would have been in a bustling, tourist-heavy city. That accidental detour taught me that the most profound travel experiences often happen when you relinquish control and allow for serendipity. Now, I always leave at least one day of my trips completely unplanned.
Good morning, final year students. This is a mandatory briefing regarding the upcoming annual research symposium. Please listen carefully as the guidelines are strict. First, your research abstracts must be submitted via the online portal no later than 5 p.m. on Friday, the 15th of this month. The absolute maximum length is 300 words. Late submissions will not be accepted under any circumstances, so do not wait until the last minute. Second, regarding your visual aids, all poster presentations must be printed using the official university template, which is available on the department website. Custom, self-designed posters will not be permitted, as we need to maintain a uniform, professional appearance in the main hall. Finally, please note that the 15-minute Q&A session following your presentation is a mandatory component of your grade. Examiners will be assessing your ability to defend your methodology and answer spontaneous questions. If you are absent for any part of your scheduled slot, you will automatically fail the module. Thank you, and I wish you the best of luck with your preparations.
Welcome back. Today we're discussing an emerging trend in healthcare, green prescribing. Dr. Evans, could you explain what this entails?
Certainly, Alex. Green prescribing is a practice where healthcare professionals formally recommend time spent in nature, like walking in a park or community gardening, as a complementary treatment for conditions like mild anxiety or depression.
It sounds wonderful, but is there actual scientific backing for this, or is it just a nice idea?
The evidence is quite robust. Studies have shown that spending time in green spaces significantly lowers cortisol, the stress hormone, and reduces blood pressure. It also encourages light physical activity, which is a known catalyst for releasing endorphins.
So could this eventually replace traditional therapy or medication?
I must emphasize that it is not a panacea. For severe mental health conditions, clinical therapy and medication remain essential. However, for mild to moderate cases, it's a highly effective, low-risk intervention that empowers patients to take an active role in their own well-being. The main challenge now is securing consistent funding to maintain these public green spaces.